Good morning, cadets. Today we start the experiments of class 11 for the session 2021. Let us start with experiment number 1 of section A. The aim of the experiment is to measure the diameter of a small spherical body and to measure internal diameter and depth of a given beaker using vernier calipers and hence find their volumes. Let us see what all apparatus we have with us. The materials required are the vernier calipers, which is a measuring device with a small least count, a spherical body for which we have taken a metal bob which is used in the pendulum. Number 3, a cylindrical object like a beaker whose diameter, internal depth and hence volume is to be measured. And number 4 is a magnifying glass which we might require to record the observation because we need it for minute observation of the vernier calipers. Let us come across the theory for this experiment. Now we are talking about vernier calipers. What is it? Vernier calipers is a measuring device that has two scales. Number 1, the main scale, which has the least count 1 mm. The main scale is divided into small divisions in centimeter and millimeter and has two fixed jaws. Further, there is a vernier scale also embedded inside the vernier calipers. The two scales are together placed one after the other. We will come across how to measure or how to use both the scales. Let us see. There is to be found an important error which is known as zero error and how to correct it. So let us see how the zero error is found and hence corrected. If the zero of the main scale coincides with the zero of the vernier scale, when the jaws C and D are brought together in contact with each other, then the instrument is free from the errors as shown in figure 1.2. But in actual practice, it is never so. Due to wear and tear of the jaws and sometimes due to manufacturing defects, the zero mark of the vernier scale does not coincide with the zero mark of the main scale. It gives rise to an error called zero error. It can be positive or negative. Here, in this particular diagram, we show the ideal condition where the zero of the main scale is coinciding with the zero of the vernier scale. Here you can see clearly there are two scales which are placed one over the other. The 10 divisions of the vernier scales are included in 9 division of the main scale. Okay, you can see clearly here 10 divisions of the vernier scale are included within 9 division of main scale. This figure indicates the ideal placement of the vernier and the main scale with the two zeros together, so there is no zero error. Now, the two different errors we will consider. First one, the positive zero error. The zero error is positive when the zero mark of the vernier scale is shifted towards the right of the zero mark of the main scale when the jaws C and D are made to touch each other. That means before starting the experiment, when you are putting the two jaws together, in that condition, initially before taking any reading, when we are tightening the apparatus, that is the two jaws are together, in such a case the measured length will be more than the actual length, and hence the zero error is called positive zero error. It is simply similar to when you are going to get your weight measured, and before starting on the weighing machine it is already showing 0.5 kg or 500 gram or 100 gram. So suppose your weight is 50 kg, so when you get on it, it will show 50.5 kg because it was already 0.5 kg there. So it is positive zero error. Here also it is a positive zero error where before starting the reading, the zero of the vernier scale is shifted towards right side. Okay, hence we have to subtract the positive error from the actual error. If, for example, the third vernier mark coincides with any main scale reading as shown in the figure below, then the zero error is equal to 0 in the main scale. Since the main scale here without starting the reading is 0, so 0 in the main scale plus, why we are telling 0 in the main scale? Because at the starting of the experiment, the reading which is on the left of the vernier 0 is to be taken as the main scale reading. Here the vernier 0 is shown in the scale which is shown in the 0 bottom. In the bottom scale is the vernier scale. So the mark in the main scale just to the left of the vernier 0 is the main scale reading. Here we find that the main scale reading is 0.00 plus third division. See here, the third division of the vernier scale is coinciding with the main scale. The other divisions are close but they are not coinciding. See here, the first division of the vernier scale is to the right of the first division of the main scale. Second division is also to the right of the second division of the main scale. The third division is coinciding. The fourth division is to the left of the fourth division of main scale. Fifth division is also to the left. Sixth is also to the left. Seventh is also to the left. Eighth is also to the left. Ninth is also to the left. And again 10th division is also to the right of any division. So the closest division or the division which coincides with any division of the main scale is the third division. So here it is third division into least count. Normally in a vernier scale the least count is to be calculated before the experiment. In the next slide we are showing how to calculate the least count. Here we have taken the least count to be 0.01. So it is 0 in the main scale plus third division coinciding into the least count. So 0 plus 3 into 0.01. Hence 0 error is 0 plus 0.03, it is equal to 0.03 centimeter. And since the zero of the vernier is on the right side, it is positive zero error. So we have to write plus 0.03. Hence the actual reading or corrected reading is equal to measured reading minus zero error. So whatever will be the measured reading minus zero error is 0.03. Okay, let us go to the negative zero error. Now here the zero error is negative when the zero mark of the vernier scale is shifted to the left side of the zero of the main scale when the jaws C and D are made to touch each other. Okay, that means before starting any reading, when we put the jaws close together, such that it is not a reading which we are starting the experiment. Before starting the experiment, this is to be taken. In such a case, the measured length will be less than the actual length, and therefore the zero error is called negative zero error. It is simply the case when you go to take your weight and it shows in a digital scale, it shows minus 0.2 kg. So if it is minus 0.2 kg, your weight is 50 kg. When you get on the machine, it shows 49.8 kg. Why? Because it was 2 kg less from earlier. Okay, this type of error is called negative zero error. Hence, we have to add negative error with the actual error. If, for example, the 8th vernier mark coincides with a main scale reading as shown in the figure below, then the zero error is, again, for any reading we told the reading to the left of the vernier 0 is to be taken as the main scale reading. Here to the left no reading is there, so it is 0. So 0 minus it is 10 minus 8, because there are 10 divisions in total of vernier. So it is 10 minus 8. Okay, 10 minus 8 into least count. Okay, so it is 0 into 0 minus 2 into 0.01, it is the least count. The zero error is equal to minus 0.02 centimeter. Hence the actual reading is equal to measured reading minus zero error with sign. So it is measured reading minus 0.03 or measured reading plus 0.03. So if it was already showing minus 0.2 kg in your measurement of your weight, what should be done? Measured reading is 49.8 kg minus 0.2 kg. Okay, so it is 49.8 kg plus 0.2 kg, it is equal to 50 kg. That is your actual weight. Now what is least count? We should have calculated the least count beforehand, but in our slide it is after the zero error. So let us see what is least count. The least count, or the smallest reading which you can get with the instrument, is calculated as least count is equal to 1 main scale division by number of divisions in the vernier scale. So what is 1 main scale division? The smallest division is 1 mm. So it is 1 mm by number of divisions in vernier. So the divisions in vernier vary from 10 to 20 to 50. Many verniers have many different calibrations. First calculate the least count and only then place the object between the two jaws. Record the position of 0 of the vernier scale on the main scale. That means to find out the zero error also. So in this particular device we have 10 divisions of the vernier scale. So one main scale division is 0.1 cm, that is 1 mm, by 10 divisions of vernier scale. So 0.1 cm by 10, or it is equal to 0.01 cm, which was taken in the previous two observations also. You see the least count has been taken 0.01 cm. Okay, so let us move on. How will we calculate the reading? When the body is between the jaws of the vernier calipers, if the zero of the vernier scale lies ahead of the nth division of the main scale, then the main scale reading is N. I told you have to take the main scale reading as the reading just to the left of the vernier 0. Okay. If N is the division in the main scale, to the left of the vernier 0, it is the main scale reading. If the nth division of the vernier scale, small n, if the nth division of the vernier scale coincides with any division of the main scale, then the vernier scale reading VSR is equal to n into least count, where LC is the least count of the vernier calipers. So we have got MSR is equal to capital N, VSR is equal to n into least count. So what is the measured reading? The measured reading is MSR plus VSR. It is equal to n, capital N, plus small n into least count. Okay. Now the procedure is mentioned by proper numbering. We shall give you a demo one by one. You can have a look at the presentation. For measurement of diameter, what is to be done? The process is, first of all, you will record the zero error. Next, you record first of all, you measure the least count. Then, next process is to locate the zero error. If it is positive, if it is negative, you correct that. Next process is to fit in the spherical bob tightly between the two jaws of the vernier calipers. Now what should you look? Now to record the main scale reading, we have to look at the vernier 0 and locate the reading on the main scale just to the left of the vernier 0. It shows the main scale reading MSR. Now as you find out main scale reading on the left of the vernier scale, now your objective is to find out the division of the vernier scale which coincides or which most accurately coincides with any of the division of the main scale. It has to be one and only one. Okay. So you can make use of a convex lens which can help you to be a little more precise. Okay. Now as you find out the division which coincides, you note it down and then multiply with that division into least count to give the vernier scale reading. Now the net measured reading is equal to main scale reading plus vernier scale reading. Now if the apparatus had some zero error, now the corrected reading will be equal to measured reading minus zero error with sign. If it is positive, it will be subtracted. If it is a negative zero error, it will be added. Okay, you repeat this process to 3 to 5 observations and then find out the radius and then put it in the formula to get the volume of the sphere. What is the formula of a sphere? Volume of a sphere? It is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Do not forget to write the unit. It will be centimeter square or millimeters. For a volume it is centimeter cube or millimeter cube or meter cube, whichever unit is chosen. See here, diagrammatically it is shown. Diagrammatically it is shown. In the diagram it is also showing the vernier scale. See the point above P, it is the vernier scale. The vernier scale is below. The main scale can be seen just over the vernier scale. And see the reading, the vernier 0 can be also located very clearly. As the vernier 0 is located clearly, you can find out the main scale reading just to the left of the vernier 0. It is the main scale reading. And since the vernier divisions are very close together, please use a magnifying glass or a convex lens of suitable focal length so that we can see the division which coincides with any division of the main scale. Same process can be observed or applied for measuring the internal diameter and depth of the beaker. Okay, here for measuring the diameter you have to just open the jaws obviously after getting the least count and zero error, and then fit tightly on the two ends of the beaker, and then go for the measurement of main scale reading, vernier scale division and vernier scale reading as we have discussed. The process is same. Now how to measure the internal diameter? Now for measuring the internal diameter, how to measure the internal depth? For measuring the internal depth, what we can do is we shall rotate the screw and expand the two jaws until the extended portion of the vernier scale gets inside the beaker. As it covers the entire depth, at that moment you can apply the process of measurement and find out the main scale reading by locating the division on the main scale to the left of the vernier scale 0, and the same process can be repeated as we have discussed. Okay, let us see how to record the observations. Number 1, determination of least count of the vernier calipers. We find that one main scale division is 1 mm. Now in this particular device 10 vernier divisions are included in 9 divisions of main scale. Okay, in this particular vernier scale we have 10 divisions of vernier fitted inside 9 divisions of main scale. You can have a look into the diagram of the vernier calipers. We'll just have a look. Let us go back. See here, the main scale and vernier scale are shown side by side. You can see the vernier scale has 10 divisions, which is included in the 9 division of the main scale. I hope it is clear. Okay, now we will use this particular information to find out the least count of the vernier scale. Let us go to finding the least count of the vernier scale. Now one vernier scale division, since 10 division of vernier scale is equal to 9 divisions of main scale, so one vernier scale division is equal to 9 by 10 divisions of main scale. So 9 by 10 into 1 mm. 9 by 10 into 1 mm. So it is equal to 0.9 mm. So one vernier scale division is equal to 0.9 mm. So what is least count? The least count of the vernier scale is equal to 1 main scale division minus 1 vernier scale division. So it is 1 mm minus 0.9 mm. It is equal to 1 minus 0.9 mm or 0.1 mm, which can be written in centimeters. So 0.01 cm is the least count of this particular vernier calipers. Now zero error, we have told how to calculate. You take it 1 or 2 or 3 readings and then find out the mean zero error. Mean zero error you find out and include the sign. If it is plus, you put it as plus. If it is minus, you put it as minus. Next, the table is there. This is the table. In the same table we are recording observations for diameter of the bob, internal diameter of the beaker, internal depth of the beaker. There are 3 serials for every particular measurement. See here D1, D2, D3 for the diameter of the bob, record the main scale reading also, then vernier scale reading also. VSR means multiplying the division which is coinciding with the vernier main scale division, and then multiplying that with the least count. So adding MSR plus VSR, is the total reading, and then the mean can be calculated from all the three observations. D1 plus D2 plus D3 by 3 mean can be taken. You can write it in the second or in the third reading. Similarly, there is internal diameter, mean scale reading, vernier division coinciding into least count, and then total reading. All are to be recorded in this particular table. Now calculations. See here, for mean corrected diameter of the sphere, we can get it done by D1 plus D2 plus D3 by 3, which is D dash. Therefore the radius of the bob is D dash by 2, is taken to be small r. Now the mean corrected diameter of the beaker is ID1 plus ID2 plus ID3 by 3, as there are 3 observations. So let it be capital D. Further, the mean corrected depth of the beaker, dB1 plus dB2 plus dB3 by 3. Let it be equal to small d. So now we can use the formula to find out the volume of the beaker. V is equal to pi into d by 2 square into small d. It is nothing but a cylinder, so we are using the formula pi r square h. So as you get the volume, you write it down in centimeter cube or meter cube, whichever is preferable. Then volume of the sphere also, we have got the radius of the bob. So volume of the sphere is equal to V is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. Just put the mean value and then write down in the proper place with proper units. Then we can record the precautions. Motion of the vernier scale on the main scale should be made smooth by oiling it if necessary. Vernier constant, that is least count, and zero error should be carefully found and properly recorded. The body should be gripped between the jaws firmly without undue pressure on it, on the jaws. Observation should be taken at right angles at one place and taken at least at 3 different places in order to avoid any errors. Significant figures and units used in the observations must be correct. Lastly, a few sources of error. The vernier scale may be loose on the main scale. The jaws may not be at right angles to the main scale. The graduations on the scale may not be correct and clear. Parallax may be there in taking observations, not accounting for zero error in the instrument. Avoid gaps and undue pressure with respect to the placing of the vernier calipers. These are a few sources of errors and precautions. They must be recorded on the practical files clearly. Now let us move to a short demonstration of what we have learned in the presentation. Let us join and see the short demo of this particular experiment. Let us start the demo of the experiment number 1. We have seen that the aim of the experiment is to find out the volume, diameter and hence volume of a spherical bob, and hence and also find out the volume of a beaker by finding its diameter and also the internal depth using a vernier calipers. Okay, let us see the readings and measurements closely. Let us check. This is the apparatus which is known as vernier calipers. Now the vernier calipers, as we have seen, consist of two scales. Two scales. See, here is the main scale. Here is the main scale. You can see this is the main scale. The least count of the main scale is 1 millimeter, as the meter, all the meter scales have. And this minute portion indicates the vernier scale. Let us focus on it. This is the vernier scale. Now we can see one over the other, two scales one over the other. 9 divisions of main scale are included in 10 divisions of vernier scale. This vernier scale has 10 divisions which are embedded inside 9 divisions of the main scale, which can be just seen on the top. Okay, so how to find out the least count? We have already shown in the presentation and discussed, since 9 divisions of main scale is equal to 10 divisions of vernier scale, we find that one vernier division is equal to 9 by 10 main scale division, and least count is equal to 1 main scale division minus 1 vernier scale division. 1 main scale division is 1 millimeter, so the least count is 1 millimeter minus 9 by 10. Yes, the least count is equal to 1 main scale division minus 1 vernier scale division. So it is 1 millimeter minus 9 by 10 millimeter. So it is equal to 10 minus 9 by 10, that is 1 by 10 millimeter, or 0.1 millimeter, or 0.01 centimeter. This is the least count of the least count of the vernier. You can see here, 9 divisions of the vernier scale. This particular reading here, this is the vernier scale, and just on the top is the main scale. Okay, let us check. We can see that there are 10 divisions of vernier scale embedded inside 9 division of main scale. So we can now see that the least count is found. Now let us see the zero error. What is the ideal scenario? Ideal scenario is 0 of the vernier scale should be equal to 0 of the main scale. And let us see, before starting the reading, we find that yes, 0 of the main scale and the 0 of the vernier scale are together, are coinciding. Before, when both the jaws are in touching position, before starting the reading, we can see that the 0 of the main scale and the 0 of the vernier scale are exactly coinciding. Hence, the zero error can be taken as 0. In this particular experiment, zero error of the vernier scale is 0. Now let us start the diameter of the spherical bob. So in order to calculate the diameter of the spherical bob, what we do is we move out or open the two jaws by sliding the wheel, and then put it in position, and then tighten it up. Then we tighten it up such that it gets fitted tightly. Okay, as we have got it fitted, now we can start the reading. You can closely observe the main scale reading. What is the main scale reading? Main scale reading is just the division on the main scale left to the vernier 0. We can see the vernier 0 is on the left of the 2.5 centimeter mark. So see here, you can see 3, the mark 3 is clearly visible, the mark 3 centimeter is visible. So before that the mark is 2.5. After that we can see the vernier scale 0. So what is the division on the left of the vernier scale 0? It is 2.4. 2.4 centimeter is the main scale reading. Okay, 2.4 centimeter is the main scale reading. Normally the main scale reading does not change. What changes when we take 2-3 more readings, we find that vernier scale division can change, but the main scale reading remains same. Now let us see which division of vernier coincides with the main scale. Let us check it closely. Although the bob has fallen down, but it is already tight, no problem. Let us check which division of main scale is coinciding, which division of vernier scale is coinciding. I can see the first division on the left, second on the left, third on the left, fourth on the left, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth division you can see. Ninth division is coinciding. Ninth division is coinciding. You can take down the vernier scale division coinciding is ninth division. So multiplying with least count, the vernier scale reading is equal to 9 into 0.01. That means 0.09 centimeter. So the net measured reading is equal to 2.4, which is the main scale reading, plus 0.09. So the reading here, the total reading, the measured reading is 2.49 centimeter. Now the same can be repeated. The same can be repeated by again and again 2-3 more turns you can make. 2-3 more turns, 2-3 different positions of the spherical bob, such that if there is some improper make on the spherical bob, you can find out. As I told here also, again you see, I'll show you one more reading. After that we'll give you the data to write down in the experiment. Again main scale reading comes to be same. Main scale reading you can see. Let us see. Main scale reading is, it is just before the vernier 0 is just before the 2.5 mark. So it is 2.4. Main scale reading is 2.4. Main scale reading hardly changes. Now what is the vernier division? What is the vernier division coinciding? Let us check out what is the vernier division coinciding. We can see here the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. Which division is coinciding? Again we can see the ninth only. Okay, ninth division again coincides. Okay, so again ninth division coincides. Multiplying with least count, it is 2. Multiplying with the least count, it is 0.09 and centimeter, and then the measured reading adding with the main scale reading, it is 2.49. That's all for the reading. You can take one more reading. Hardly you can have a change. You can have a change if you write all the same readings. Then the examiner might think that you are manipulating. So in case you want to keep the reading, what you can do is vernier scale division you can make it as 8th division, so that the net reading will be 2.4 plus 0.08, that is 2.48 centimeter. Take the mean and put it in the formula and find out the volume. Now let us find out the diameter and also depth of the beaker using the vernier calipers. We'll ignore this portion. We consider that the beaker is exactly cylindrical. This portion can be taken to be a circular region. Okay. Now first of all we'll measure the diameter. To measure the diameter, the process is same. Least count and zero error are same as we have calculated, and we are taking the same apparatus. So first of all we'll put the jaws along the diameter. Okay, once we'll take along this diameter, once we'll take along this diameter, 3 readings to be taken. Okay, so better what we'll do is we'll take one of the diameters and then give the data for the of the experiment later on with a PDF or a page, word page. Okay, let us find out the first diameter. Okay, in this way we have holded the beaker correctly along the diameter. You see, it is in position. Now we'll keep it out of position because it is a glass beaker, it can fall down. So let us hold it out and take the reading. Now the main scale division, as we have discussed, it is the reading on the main scale to the left of the vernier 0. Okay, actually it is shining, difficult to note down. See here, I can show you. We can see the 7th mark clearly, 7 centimeter mark, and before that it is 6.9. we find that the vernier 0 is to the left of the 6.9 mark. So what should be the main scale reading? It should be the left of the vernier 0. So the left of the vernier 0 will be 6.8. Okay, left of the vernier is 6.8. So we take 6.8. If it coincides with 6.9, then vernier 0 is 6.9, and then the vernier division coinciding is the 0 mark. Okay, so if the 0 coincides, then the division coinciding will be the 0 mark. Then the reading will be same as the main scale reading. Now here we can see that it is not exactly coinciding, but just to the left of the 6.9 mark. So main scale reading is 6.8, and now the vernier division which is coinciding is first, second, third, fourth, sixth, seventh, eighth division or ninth also. Here again we find the ninth division is coinciding better. Ninth division is the best one which is coinciding. So the main scale reading and the vernier scale division coinciding is ninth division, and multiplying with least count it is 0.09. So what is the main scale reading? It is 6.8 plus 0.09, so 6.89 centimeter. This is the diameter. So we'll give you the data for the next two readings for the same. See, once we have taken here, next we'll take it at two different positions and get the diameter. As you get the diameter, find out the radius, also find out the mean, and then get the radius. Okay, 3 by divide by 3, add the diameters, divide by 3, and then you get the diameter. So radius will be just divided by 2. Now getting the radius, you put it in the formula. Here it will be required. Let us find out. To find out the volume, we require the radius. The formula will be 2 pi RH. 2 pi RH, in place of R you can put d by 2 also, not a problem. Now let us see that in the third part of the experiment. The third part of the experiment is to get the height. Two ways you can take the height. One is by putting the glass here, or the better way to take the height is, see, when we are loosening the screw, this end is getting out. Okay, so the best way to get the depth is to use this way. The portion which is the difference here, the length of this particular strip is equal to the length of separation of this particular portion. Okay, so let us loosen it up. Up till it is exactly to the top. still little portion is left. Exactly now. I'll go back slightly. Exactly now. Okay, see here, the bottom has touched, the top has also touched. Okay, so this can be this length, this is the height. So again, to find out the zero to be found out. Here again see, vernier 0 is almost coinciding, but exactly not, with 9.5 mark. See here, you can see 10 is clearly visible. 10 is clearly visible. Before 10, the big mark is 9.5, and the vernier 0 is to the left of the 9.5 mark. So the main scale reading will be 9.4. And to find out the vernier division coinciding, here we can find out the 8th division is very close. 8th division is 8th division. Let us see. Not the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. It is the the best division coinciding is the 8th division. Okay, the 8th division is coinciding. Hope you can notice it is actually shining, so it is difficult for you to watch it by the video. So just note down 8th division is coinciding. So 8 into least count 0.01 is 0.08 centimeter. Again adding it up with the main scale reading, which is 9.4. So 9.4 plus 0.08 it is equal to 9.48 centimeter. This is all about the internal depth. Now this particular thing can be done in 3 different places, and note down the reading must come nearly same. So I shall provide you the data. Otherwise what you can do is you can just slightly vary the actually this is manipulation, we should not actually do. So you can take the readings thrice. Main scale reading will come exactly same. Main scale reading does not vary generally. And for the vernier scale, if it is 8th division, the next 2 readings can be hardly 7 or 9. Okay, I shall provide you the data. That's all for this particular experiment, to find out the volume of a spherical bob by finding the diameter, as well as the beaker by finding the diameter and also the depth. Any questions you have, you can put forward. We are sure to answer them. That's all for today's practical. Thank you, cadets.